gonna tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs. Those black jobs. One of those black jobs. Those black jobs. One of those black jobs. Those black jobs. One of those black jobs. Gonna tell him that the job might be one of those black jobs.
I'm here to do my black job. I'm here to do my black job.
Those black jobs. One of those black jobs. Gonna tell him that the job might be one of those black jobs.
Attorney General.
Might be one of those black jobs.
Vice President.
Might be one of those black jobs.
What's up, YouTube? This is James
And Joan.
coming back at you on the other side of midnight. And we come across this particular situation right here with your boy Obama. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about him and his little antics about trying to berate the black man because basically we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
And that ship has been sailed for people falling for Obama and his games.
Yep, you understand, because look, as we all know, Obama, he did not live up to our expectations as a so-called black president, you know, and Kamala Harris, she pretty much already said, well, I'm not gonna do nothing just for black people. So I mean, what's all this thing about him telling black men basically get your ass and vote for Kamala?
And then not only that, he said he wasn't just the black people president. I get that. We understand that. But he was everybody president but the black people.
That's the thing about it. Brought about a lot of benefits for the twisted nation.
Exactly.
You understand? And we never ever got a hate crime bill, you know? And what he was supposed to help us with so-called law enforcement by making them wear body cameras. You understand? That turned out to flip too, because hey, it seemed like it was a plan that, yeah, we just gonna show y'all what we gonna do to you. Ain't gonna be a damn thing you can do about it.
And it's very insulting that they think that we are such a weak people that they would put him out there to even say that, and our man's just supposed to fall in order. Not.
Yeah, not. Because, you know, hey, look, when it's all said and done, we've seen this play already, and Obama was the one that done it, and now we have Kamala Harris. But let's make something clear. I always got to do this. I have no dog in this fight. Understand this when I say it. I don't give a damn who wins, because whoever gets in the office is going to still maintain the status quo for the ones who's really running things, if you know what I mean.
And that's very true, because no one is getting in there that the Heavenly Father don't want in there anyway.
Okay, that's right. So the deal is this. We finna check out this probably about 5 minutes of Obama talking his stuff, you know, and then we're going to get into some people, some brothers and, you know, some sisters, you know what I mean, pretty much tearing Obama a new one for what he say, you know, in this video.
And I have one more thing to say about that they're desperate for votes, that they think black people must not be falling in line. They probably finally tired of the Democrats' crap. We'll see in a few weeks.
Yeah, you know, I mean, well, since you brought all that up, I'm going to just say this. For us just to be so-called 13% of the population, why are they always coming to us? You know what I mean? For their approval as far as voting go. We already know this thing is already fixed anyhow. I just don't get it. So, but whatever. Be that it is. Let's check out this particular 5-minute clip, and then we're going to hear it from these brothers and sisters from on TikTok, and then we'll finish the commentary. Check this out.
And just speak some truths, if you don't mind. Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers and our fathers and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act, so everybody's got health care, and cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, because Cookie might be. And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that. Because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And I think anybody you are talking to in a barbershop, anybody you are talking to in your house, in your family, at church, who is coming with that kind of attitude, I think you have to ask them, well, how can that be? Because the women in our lives have been getting our backs this entire time. They've been raising us and working and having our backs. And when we get in trouble, and the system's not working for us, they're the ones who are out there marching and protesting. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable. That's not, this shouldn't even be a question.
I know I said we was going to check out what the brothers and sisters said on TikTok, but before we do, I just got this I want to say. What's not acceptable is two things. Kamala Harris dancing and what has took place, you understand, under the Biden and Harris administration. You know, with these migrants, you understand, I mean, everybody getting something except us. You understand, we done seen all these videos where the migrants themselves is even saying that they getting like 15 G's a month. and like $5,000 in food stamps and every damn thing else, and he want to come up here.
Houses built for him.
Houses built. Yeah, and I bet you money where y'all live. Don't y'all see them building these new communities and stuff like that? Community housing and stuff like that. It's to house them.
Because we heard around here where we live at, that's who they building them for.
That's who they building them for, and he got the nerve to talk about what's unacceptable. And like I said, another thing was unacceptable is what you did as far as for black folks, so-called black folks, as a president. That was definitely unacceptable, which you did nothing.
And then the fact to me, what was getting me while he was talking like he's somebody daddy and you go get the belt because you going in time out and I'm going to whoop you.
Yeah.
And all the things that he was talking about, let's not be fooled, people. All the things that he's talking about with the gas price, the price of food, the price of medicine, all of that stuff is happening on her watch right now along with Biden.
That's right. And so, she's her and Biden has denigrated us just as much as Trump did. Basically, you understand what I'm saying.
It was actually a better economy when Trump was in there.
You gotta give it to
And
him.
I'm not for neither one of them. I
Right.
vote for the Most High, like I said.
Yeah, this is all fake. But without further ado, let's check out these brothers and sisters on TikTok.
Sorry, Obama, I'm a black man and I'm voting for Donald Trump for president, and there is no amount of lecturing or bullying or shaming that you can do that is going to make me change that decision. I am not afraid to vote for Kamala Harris because she is a woman. I refuse to vote for Kamala Harris because she has spent the last 4 years destroying this country. She has spent the last 4 years throwing up the borders to illegal immigrants. She has spent the last 4 years destroying this economy. We have seen over the past couple of months that she is not fit to be president. She can barely speak. She can't articulate a vision. And actually, she's pretty stupid. And if you think that I, as a black man, am going to let that waltz into the White House, that is going to get my vote because you're lecturing me and you're bullying me, and you may be the surrogate black dad for a lot of fatherless black boys that are running around this country, but I got a dad, I know who he is, and it ain't you. I'm voting for Donald Trump for president. Take it or leave it. Sorry, Obama.
Hello, America, and hello, Georgia. I'm Vernon Jones, former state representative from the great state of Georgia, and I'm out doing my normal morning jog. By the way, it's a great day to be in Georgia. It's a beautiful fall day. But anyhow, I just had to pause for the cause. I, like many of you, observed and listened and watched Barack Obama last night as he addressed black men. But as a black man, he did everything but address us. What he did, he berated black men, he rebuked black men, he even scolded black men. Primarily because we will not fall in line and vote for Madam Lock-Upper Brother, Kamala Harris, because that's her record. As if black men are too stupid that we can't vote our self-interest, what's best for us, our pocketbook, our families. As if we've been immune to the past 3.5 years, as if we don't know that gas prices have been higher under Kamala Harris, food prices higher under Kamala Harris, interest rates on home mortgages higher under Kamala Harris, and runaway borders under Kamala Harris. But you know what? That's what the liberal white Democratic Party did. They dispatched Barack Obama out there to whip black men back on the plantation to vote Democrat. And you know, President Obama, he meant a lot to black people, but he didn't do anything for black people. And for him to want to come down from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard and tell black men how we should vote, really? You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that, and we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
So I'm seeing Hussein, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture. He's supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me. Especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, for her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone actually for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democratic Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
Hey, black man, you voting for Kamala Harris? Because you know Obama told you to. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, Barack Obama decided it was a good idea to come out of his house, save Kamala Harris's sinking ship in Pittsburgh, and talk shit about Trump for a few minutes, and then gather a bunch of black men behind signage that says black male voters, and basically tell them, you better vote for Kamala Harris. The numbers are not looking good, and especially amongst the brothers. You guys supported me when I was running, and I expect you to support her. I expect you to vote for Kamala Harris. It's the audacity for me. First of all, you can't tell any black man what to do ever. That's first of all. Second of all, when is he massa? When is he gonna think that he could go in front of a bunch of black men and tell them what to do? Like, is that what we're doing right now? Like, who made him in charge of what black men do or don't do? So the small percentage of black men who were either going to vote for Kamala Harris or were leaning and undecided but leaning towards her, they're absolutely not going to vote for Kamala Harris. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to vote for Trump, but they're for sure not voting for her. So whatever their little plan was to like play in the emotions of black people or make black men feel like they can't make their own damn decisions, that backfired. It's all over the internet. Barack Obama, that was a bad move. It was a bad move. You did nothing for black men back in the day. So how do you get to come out being like a billionaire telling black men who are working their asses off to pay for things and take care of their families that they better do as you say? Wow. Come in the comments, repost and share this, and tell me what the black men think about this, because I'm sure they're hot.
I want Barack Obama and every Democrat out there to know, you do not own black people. We are not slaves. Our chains are gone. We do not owe you anything, and we don't have to give you an account for how we choose to vote.
Obama is back on the campaign trail, and he's making the case against Donald Trump. But before his guest feature in Pennsylvania, Obama made a surprise visit to Kamala Harris's campaign headquarters in Pittsburgh. It was there that he got candid, maybe a little too candid if you are in the vice president's inner circle tonight. He warned that Harris is underperforming him with black voters, and he had a message specifically for black men.
So you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
He sounded like a slave master in that clip. Sounded like he was on the plantation telling a bunch of people who had run off they don't have the right to do something unless he gives them permission to do it. It's as if he's telling these people, you all just need to shut up and get in line. Do what I tell you to do. How dare you try to think for yourself? How dare you try to reason for yourself? How dare you choose to vote for somebody else who I say you don't have the right to vote for? How dare he try to shame people and tell people that they're misogynists if they don't vote for Kamala Harris? And you say that Donald Trump is the one who's denigrating black people. You are the one, President Obama, who is denigrating these people because you think that they don't have the right to think for themselves. And instead of respecting their right to choose who they want to vote for, you want to shame them into voting for the Democratic candidate because they don't have the right, in your view, to vote for somebody unless you say that they have the right to vote for that person. And I actually saw another creator on this app praising Barack Obama for this stunt he pulled last night, talking about, yeah, he told those black men, he let them know. It is not up to Barack Obama to criticize anybody. It is not up to Barack Obama to try to shame anybody into doing something. That is not his place. He is not nobody's daddy up in there. Black people are not accountable to the Democratic Party. We don't have to give an account for who we choose to vote for or how we choose to vote. The Democratic Party is accountable to us.
Kamala Harris is running for president. She is accountable to us. And then our former president actually had the nerve to talk about how disappointed he was in the black community for not supporting Kamala Harris the way they supported him. So when he was running, he got about 95% of the black vote. Joe Biden in 2020 got about 90 or 92% of the black vote. Now we have Kamala Harris in the swing state of Pennsylvania, which is where they were. In that state, she has about 77 or 78% of the black vote as of yesterday. But instead of placing the blame with Kamala Harris, people are turning around like Barack Obama and saying, the problem is you. You're the problem. You're a misogynist. You don't vote for her. There's something wrong with you. It's not her. It's you.
Why are black men being lectured to? Why are black men being belittled in ways that no other voting group? Now, a lot of love for former President Obama, but for him to single out black men is wrong. And some of the black men that I have talked to have their reasons why they want to vote a different way. And even if some of us may not like that, we have to respect it. So unless President Barack Obama is going to go out and lecture every other group of men from other identity groups, my message for Democrats is don't bring it here to black men who, by and large, don't vote much differently from black women.
See, Barack thought he was slick when he used that little brother, the brothers. You know what I mean? He ain't never looked at us as the brothers. You know what I mean? Because if he did, hey, he would have did a better job at protecting the brothers. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier on about them, establishing a hate crime bill for brothers and sisters. He did not do that. His concern was more for the twisted nation. You understand? And hey, Joe Biden already did it. You know what I mean? He's picked up the gauntlet, to carry out the status quo, basically for bettering other nations and keeping us so-called people, black people, which are really people of the Bible, the book, down. That's what it all boils down to.
And they really gave him an earful and gave him something to think about.
Yeah, they tore him a new one, as they should have. Like I said, hey, the smoke and mirrors is done now. We see you for what you are. You had us when we looked at you as the Moses that deliver us onto the land of milk and honey. You understand? When you was elected president in the first place.
Yep, I was hoodwinked because I thought I was so proud of that moment. It just could have been my brother, father, husband, uncle. That's how I felt. But no, not no more.
Not no more.
And we are not black. We are not void of light. Most of us don't consider ourselves black no more, Obama. We are melanated people. The chosen one.
Yeah, we're children of the book, children of the light. That's who we are. We the Most High's children. We ain't black. You understand what I mean? We done with that. It was the oppressor that called us that in the first place.
And I sure don't like the way the other people said black.
And now, the whites say, you're black. You know what I mean? And the Africans say, you're black. You know what I'm talking about? Right. That kind of stuff. But anyway, be that as is. Nah, it's not going to work this time. But here's the deal, y'all. It's a good chance she's still going to get into office anyway without our votes. You remember, what was the last election when Trump said he was cheated? Because they wanted Biden in, and Biden got in. You see, they didn't want Trump in, and they got nobody else to run because, everybody else already know the play right now. I figured Mitt Romney would have stepped up to try to run, in place of Trump, but you don't even see or hear from him now,
And I would like to say this too. A lot of women are going to vote for her regardless to what hue they are, because they want that it's my body, my right factor.
Yeah, they want all the wickedness, you know what I mean? They want that right there. And that's sick, man. I can't believe the nation that America has become. But it's spiritual Babylon, and we know, those of us that know the book, know what's going to happen to it.
Yep, they want the right to delete their children.
Yeah.
And then not only that, the other thing is, even when Hillary was running, the reason why she didn't win against Obama too, I do believe, is because the other side of the track was not ready for no woman president, and she was their party complexion. And you know they're not ready for this. So for that fact alone, she may not make it. But I think she's going to win. I really do.
It's really set in stone. It's not going to surprise me if she wins. It's set in stone.
And that's if there is a vote next month. Because I've been hearing someone that I listen to on YouTube seem to think that there may not be no election. We'll see. Only the Heavenly Father knows.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, because they're doing a lot of dirt nowadays. That's just what it is. Well, people, that's all we got on this particular video right here. We're being interested to hear you guys' thoughts on this particular video. Tell us what you think about this. It's just messed up. But anyway, let us know what you think about it in the comment section. We're interested in hearing your thoughts on it. Like, share, and subscribe. This is James.
And Joan.
And people, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched.
Simply because we are.
And we are out. Peace.
Peace.